Step into the boots of soldiers on the front lines and witness the bravery, sacrifice, and humanity that emerges in the midst of war. Narvik. Narvik is a Norwegian historical film depicting the battles of Narvik from 9 April to June 8, 1940. Directed by Erik Skjoldberg and made by Nordisk Film. The Norwegian town of Narvik was the setting for the Battle of Narvik, which lasted from April 9 to June 8, 1940. Even though it was regarded as Hitler's first major defeat, the victory was short-lived as Hitler quickly regrouped and invaded France, which ultimately led to the French retreating from Norway and forcing the Norwegian army to quit fighting. However, it is still believed that the Battle of Narvik was the largest battle ever fought in Norway. The film was released in 86 territories by Netflix in January 2023.
Bring me up!
1917.
Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you fail, it will be a massacre.
1917 is a British 2019 war film directed and produced by Sam Mendes, who co-wrote the film with Christy Wilson Cairns. Partially inspired by stories told to Mendes by his paternal grandfather Alfred about his service during World War I, Lance Corporal Schofield and Lance Corporal Blake, to British troops serving in World War I, are given seemingly impossible orders to deliver a message that might rescue 1,600 of their fellow soldiers, including Blake's brother. They must cross over into enemy territory in a race against time. At the 92nd Academy Awards, the movie got 10 nominations and 3 wins, among many other honors. The Wall. The Wall is a 2017 American war thriller film directed by Doug Liman and written by Dwayne Worrell. American soldiers Shane Matthews and Alan Isaac respond to a distress call in the desert of post-invasion Iraq. Unexpected gunfire breaks out, leaving Shane seriously hurt and Alan with a bullet lodged in his leg. The Wall was released on May 12, 2017 by Roadside Attractions.
What did you do, Fab?
And I strike you down!
I know where you are now.
The Outpost.
Everybody fall back. Enemy in the wire.
I'll hang back and provide cover.
The Outpost is a 2020 war film directed by Rod Lurie, based on the 2012 non-fiction book The Outpost, an untold story of American valor by Jake Tapper. An overwhelming number of Taliban fighters are being attacked by a tiny unit of American soldiers who are stationed by themselves at the remote combat outpost Keating, which is tucked away in the Valley of Three Mountains in Afghanistan. Bravo Troop 361 Cavalry became one of the most decorated troops of the 19-year fight during the Battle of Kamdesh, which in 2009 became the heaviest American combat of the Afghanistan War. It was released on July 3, 2020.
20s. You alright, mate? Come on, put your arms around me. You're not gonna die, okay? RPG! We're taking this bitch back.
Greyhound. Greyhound is a 2020 American war film directed by Aaron Schneider and starring Tom Hanks. During World War II, U.S. Navy Commander Ernest Cross is tasked with leading an Allied convoy across the Atlantic. German U-boats, however, are pursuing his convoy. Cross finds himself involved in the combat of the Atlantic, which would go down in history as the longest, largest, and most intricate naval combat, despite this being his first mission during a war. Greyhound was released on July 10, 2020.
Here they come.
T-34. T-34 is a 2019 Russian war film written and directed by Alexei Sidorov. The title references the T-34, a World War II-era Soviet medium tank used during the defense of the Soviet Union. During World War II, German forces advancing on Moscow capture a group of Russian soldiers led by tank commander Nikolai Ivushkin Petrov. Ivushkin organizes an escape plan with the aid of Anya Starshenbaum, a Russian interpreter, and a battered, renowned Soviet T-34 tank in order to save his crew and his nation. T-34 was released in Russia by Central Partnership on January 1, 2019. Hunter Killer.
Battle stations.
Hunter Killer is a 2018 American war thriller film directed by Donovan Marsh, written by Arne Schmidt and Jamie Moss. The film stars Gerard Butler and Gary Oldman with Michael Nyqvist. Captain Joe Glass of an American submarine is looking for a U.S. sub that is in trouble in the Arctic Ocean. He quickly discovers that a covert Russian coup is about to take place, a plot that poses a threat to the global order. Glass must put together an elite team of Navy SEALs to slip across hostile waters, rescue the kidnapped Russian president, and avert the outbreak of a Third World War with the lives of his crew and his country at stake. The film was released in the United States on October 26, 2018.
Brace for impact!
Mine.
Copy 977.
Mine is a 2016 psychological thriller war film written and directed by Fabio Guaglione and Fabio Recinaro in their feature film directorial debuts. A US Marine wrapped in the desert after stepping on a landmine following a botched assassination attempt. Due to his exposure to the weather, he must contend with the psychological and physical effects of the hazardous circumstances while surviving the desert's hazards. While waiting more than 2 days for a convoy to rescue him, he must battle the enemy alone. The film was released in the United States on April 7, 2017. Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge is a 2016 biographical war film directed by Mel Gibson and written by Andrew Knight and Robert Schenken, based on the 2004 documentary The Conscientious Objector directed by Terry Benedict. The real-life account of Private First Class Desmond T. Doss Andrew Garfield, a conscientious objector who was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor despite not carrying a gun during World War II. Doss was drafted and shunned by his fellow troops for his pacifist beliefs, but after risking his life in the Battle of Okinawa to save 75 men without firing a shot, he gained admiration and respect for his bravery, altruism, and compassion. Hacksaw Ridge was released in the United States on November 4, 2016, grossing $180.4 million worldwide, and received critical acclaim, with Gibson's direction and Garfield's performance earning particular praise.
Please, Lord, help me get one more. Help me get one more.
Fury. Fury is a 2014 American war film written and directed by David Ayer, and starring Brad Pitt in the lead role, Shia LaBeouf, Logan Lerman, Michael P., John Bernthal, Jason Isaacs, and Scott Eastwood. The Allies are launching their last offensive in the European theater in April 1945. Don Wardity Collier Brad Pitt, an Army sergeant with combat experience, leads a Sherman tank and a 5-man crew on a treacherous mission inside enemy lines. Wardity and his soldiers are surrounded by an inexperienced soldier and are hopelessly outnumbered, outgunned, and facing impossible odds as they attempt to attack Nazi Germany's core. Fury was released on October 17, 2014, received positive reviews, and grossed $211 million worldwide.